Okay.
And they probably did that on purpose, so people wouldn't
Be afraid of it.
be afraid to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Most people aren't like us.
All right, guys, how are y'all?
Good.
You look so pretty, like late at night. I feel like I had to go put some makeup on. I look a little let's see. So it is, what's today? November the 28th. And we have 3 more days. Well, I guess like 2 more days and a few hours now until the end of the month. And I know that it's kind of been a rough month. Like, and I want you guys to know it hasn't just been you. If you're struggling to hit Success Club, like you should see, hey guys, be quiet. You should see the numbers in the dream team. Like there's not a lot of people like that normally do hitting Success Club. So don't think that it's just you or something that you're doing or not doing. I mean, it could be, but it's just been a rough month for a lot of people. And November and December can typically a lot. People are thinking about Christmas. People are, just they're thinking about. I'm going to mute you guys. Hold on. If you need to talk or something, just unmute yourself so you guys can hear better. But don't fret. Like, don't think that I'm not cut out to be a coach. Everybody's telling me no, that, this is not for me. Because some of the best coaches, some of the coaches who are just really consistent in their goals, are struggling this month, and it's okay. But that's why I know that a lot of you guys, like I'm just talking with you one-on-one or in our training groups, inviting has been an issue for a lot of people. And I feel like that if we were to stop and to like measure, go back, if you guys had kept up, if I had kept up, even myself with my inviting this month, like it's definitely taken a hit. Last week I didn't track anything. Like I kept conversations going, like I talked to people, but I didn't track anything. And that's not like me. So the holidays, it's really like we have to stay focused. And yeah, it's important to spend time with our families and all that stuff. I think that comes first. But that's why I want to help you guys like tonight, talking and encourage you guys to don't let up on those 4 vital behaviors. And I want you to finish November strong and hit December hard so that when Christmas comes, when it's time to celebrate, when it's time to slow down, that you guys feel confident in what you have done and what you are doing as coaches, and you can enjoy that holiday time. So I'm going to go ahead and guys, I'm going to go through this and like y'all stop me as we go, because I want you guys to ask questions. We can leave time at the end for questions or whatever, but just stop me as we go. It sounds like Matt's having trouble with the voice. And so tonight, first of all, this is where we're at. So guys, we are not doing bad. Like we are as a team, like our volume and the number of people that we are helping, the number of people that are on our team or your customers, like the number of people drinking Shakeology is kind of incredible. Our volume as a team has doubled in 1 month. Okay. That's huge. And so like, if you are struggling in some way, don't feel like you're not doing something good, because our team is helping a lot of people. And so this is where we're at for the month. On the left are the people who have hit Success Club 5 and higher. And on the right are the people who are just almost there. So if you're not there yet, don't stop working for it. Like, because the clock does not stop until Wednesday night at midnight. So, like sometimes, I've had to stay up later just to hit a goal. I've had to send out lots of messages, put together a post for tomorrow morning that I knew I'd be too tired for in the morning, and just, whatever you have to do. If Success Club 5 is your goal, you can do it. You can totally do it. And so don't give up, because you still have plenty of, even if you're sitting at 0, you have plenty of time to hit Success Club. But if just congratulate some people. Just congratulate yourself if you have points on the board, honestly, because that means you've helped somebody, which is a huge, huge deal. Okay. Next month, for those of you guys who have or do hit Success Club in the month of November, Carrie and Anna and I are going to put together a special training group for you. I don't know if it'll be the 4 weeks in December, or if it will like start on the 12th or go the 5th. And I don't know, with that holiday weekend there, it's a little it's a little iffy, but we want to help you guys and just share, like Carrie and Ann, like we all have different strengths and different purposes in our business, really. And so, we just wanted to share with you guys, and it'll be a really good training. We're going to take it week by week, and we're actually going to split up like our calls on Monday nights. We're just going to take turns doing those. So we're going to invite all our teams together and do that together. So that'll be really good. It'll be really helpful. So that's another good incentive to hit Success Club 5 this month if you're really pushing for that as well. Of course, we have our Team Take Heart sneak peek, and I am actually going to unmute you guys for this because I need to know. Let's see. We have our sneak peek on Wednesday night. I need to know who wants to, either Timmy and I are going to do it together, or Timmy's team and our team are going to do it together. I want to know who wants to we're going to do a Zoom call, I think, because we felt like that would be better, because we did have some issues with the live video, and some people's not working, and we want to make it go smoothly. And also with the Zoom video, we can just record it. It'll be seamless, and we can put it on YouTube and everybody can use it, right? So does anybody want to be on that call? Do you want to talk, or would you rather just like go live in the group during the day on Wednesday and share your story or share a certain topic or something? Does anybody want to do that with us? Jay? Sure. Jay, do you want to be on the call? Like, do you want to split it up? Do you want to take part of the call, or do you just want to do like a live video that day? Doesn't matter to me.
I don't care.
Okay. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Anybody else? Is anybody else inviting to that?
Yes.
To the
well, I've got one of my new challengers who I signed up as a discount coach. She requested entry into that group. And so I think she'll be on that call. And so I think it'd be good if I could, pop in and say something. We'll be on the road most likely, but I can do it from my phone.
Okay. And just as backup, like if you want to go in and do a live video that day too, that would probably be good. Just so that people can see your face. Did you? Okay. Are you still there? Okay.
I'm here. I'm frozen.
Yeah, I can't see you. Okay. So, and if anybody else, like if you want to go in and do a live video and just say, hey, my name is Alexis and I've been a coach for a month. How long have you been? A month. I became a coach, just tell a little bit of your story. It's really good practice, honestly. Like, it's very good practice. Like, I think even though we had some hiccups last month with our live feeds working, I think that it was really good for our team to get together and do that. And just kind of, put yourself out there in that way, because in this business, like, you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, quite honestly, if you're going to be successful. And so I think that's a really good way for you guys to practice that and to be able to share your story. I remember when Melanie first told me to make a 3-minute video about why I became a coach, yada, yada. I was like, what? And I didn't even have to do it live. Like, I had to record it and send it to her. And that was so nerve-wracking. But it gets so much easier. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So just if you want to participate in that, even if you're a brand new coach and you just want to go in there and make a video, like, let us know. I would love that, because I think that it also gives people a vision into who we are as Team Take Heart, into what we do, what our purpose is, what our passions are. And I just love it. I think it's cool for people to see you guys and to hear from you guys, because this team is definitely much more than just me. Christmas party. I posted this a while back, and nobody said anything about it. So, but if you are here, if you can come, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, the 10th, I wanted us just to get together and hang out. Like, we don't have to do a workout. We don't have to invite people. We just get to come and hang out and have fun. But I want to do that next Saturday, the 10th at 10 o'clock at my house. And so that, I know a couple of you guys live within driving distance. And if you wanted to come, I would love, love, love to meet you guys and to hang out with you. And even the people that I do get to see more often, we just don't ever get to just be together. So that is Saturday, December 10th at 10 o'clock. And I thought it'd be fun if we played Dirty Santa or something, and everybody just brings something to eat. So let me know if you're game for that too, if you can come. Becca, will you be out of the country then?
Yes, we leave on December the 7th.
That's so exciting.
No, I'm very excited.
Okay, so I wanted to share this. Jade actually posted some stellar stuff in our Four Bibles group last week, because I feel like Instagram is kind of that place where it's like no man's land. Like we don't really know what we're doing in Instagram land. But she shared some really good stuff, and I found some stuff I dug deeper based on what she had sent me. But this calendar was really cool to me, because I feel like as new coaches, even like coaches who have been, even coaches, like I've been a coach for over 2 years, and I kind of feel like my stuff gets stale and I don't know what to post about. But this calendar was something that she shared. It was part of her post, and it just gives you, like, for 31 days, something to post every single day. Because, like, how often do you think, do I have to post another workout selfie or another picture of my food? You know, I mean, like, I know as a coach that was hard for me to think of things to come up with to post about, so that people, I mean, like, your stories are inspirational, guys. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love seeing your stories, seeing your workout selfies, your before and afters, but people have to get to know you on a deeper level. And so this really just broke it down. There's some fun stuff in here, like Sunday breakfast. Where do you have them for breakfast? Workday fashion. There is, like, your workspace. Take a picture of your workspace. You know, that's something that gives people an idea, a glimpse into, like, you know, I mean, Tracy, you work full time, you work hard, you're on the go all the time. You know, if you could show people that, like, at lunch, my workspace is my I'm sitting outside at a picnic table working on my phone or something, you know, how do you make this work? You know, and so it's a really good just idea calendar to post about things. And if you had any questions about it, I mean, you can figure it out, I'm sure. But like client project, you could post a picture of maybe you working at your computer, working on a challenge book script or something like that. So I thought it was really cool, and it gave me a lot of ideas. And I didn't even do Monday, but I did yesterday. I did Celebration Sunday. Even I made it up. Okay. Celebration Sunday, because I thought that was cool. It says Celebration Saturday, but I did it yesterday, and it was cool because, like, I don't shout my challengers out enough. You know, that's the fourth vital behavior, is to recognize. And, like, I have some challengers who are just, I mean, they've had amazing results, and their health is incredible since they've started. And, like, I need to celebrate them more often. And so, like, it can be anything. It can be you celebrating hitting a goal, or maybe you worked hard all week and you're sitting down with a glass of wine on Saturday night or something, or you're celebrating a coach who got outside her comfort zone and did something, you know? So, I mean, just, it's a really good, just a guide to go by if you guys need some ideas. And then hashtags, that's like another thing that blows my mind. But I've learned a lot of stuff from you, Jay. Thank you. Do anybody have any questions about that? Or Jay, do you want to add to that?
I mean, I think you did a good job.
Okay. All right. So now we get into the obstacles and the inviting and the connecting. And I feel like we've talked a lot about this already, and, like, kind of just what to expect in the holiday months. But tonight I want to get, like, down to the nitty gritty. Give you guys some ideas. And I know Timmy's here. She's bringing her own tips for you guys. She read through your comments. But this is what to expect. Like, you guys maybe already are experiencing some of these things. Like, I did this kind of fast, sorry, but, like, the ones on the left in white are things that happen during the holidays. You know, you might be getting coach cancellations, notifications that your downline coaches are canceling, or maybe they're going inactive. You know, like, I remember as a new coach, an emerald or a diamond, that whenever I would get a coach cancellation, that it would absolutely it would, like, make my heart just sink, you know, like, it just kind of tore me up. And still, like, when I get that email of somebody's canceling their coach account, you know, it just kind of like I take it personally a little bit. But I want to encourage you not to take it personally. Typically, it has something to do with either probably money, or maybe they just have not stuck with what they're doing, their workouts, their Shakeology, their meal planning, and they just don't think it's worth their time. When I get a coach cancellation, I usually contact someone, or if they go inactive, or they're pending inactive, because if you look at your coaches and your downline, they'll go red, inactive, before they actually go inactive. So that's kind of a flag for you, you emerald and you diamond coaches, for you to know that, hey, this person's about to drop. And so when they go inactive, that affects your rank. And so if somebody's going inactive, like, I always contact them and say, hey, how are you? What's going on? I saw that you had delayed your Shakeology, or you're canceling your coach account. And sometimes people will tell me before, but if they don't, I always reach out to them and just say, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? I know if you don't need an order of Shakeology this month, you might want to try our 3-day refresh just to stay active. But I always just offer first, hey, what's going on? Do you need some extra help? Or, offer some ideas for someone. But you're probably going to get coach cancellations during this period of the year, or they're going to go inactive because they delay their Shakeology. No's, obviously, we talked about this a lot, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more in just a minute. Radio silence. Maybe you're messaging people, maybe you're trying to connect with people, you're not getting any response, or maybe you've talked to somebody, you've gone through your whole challenge group description and invitation, and they're like, yes, I want to order. You send them the coach mobile link, yada, 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 and then nothing. Maybe you follow up with them like we're supposed to do. We follow up with people that we've been in conversation with, and still nothing, and Jen Guthrie told me this, she said on one of her calls, and she said, I'm that girl that will say, hey, I saw you saw my message. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't still want in the group. She was like, I will harass someone, which I won't harass someone, but I'm not afraid to say, hey, I saw you saw my message. I just wanted to know if you were still interested, because I think it's rude to commit to something and then, just kind of walk away and not say anything when somebody's messaging you. I don't care to get a no. I just want an answer, right? So if you're getting radio silence, don't be afraid to say, hey, I know that we had talked about this and you saw my last message. I just want to know for sure whether you want to do this or not, because that's really like closure for you. For some people, they just kind of need that extra prodding. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they did see your message and get caught by a baby who started vomiting or something, we moms, we know what that's like, right? So radio silence, you can definitely expect that. For us as coaches, guys, time management becomes an issue during the holidays. Like I said last week, I didn't even track my conversations with people. Like, I was having them, but I wasn't tracking it and keeping up with it, which, if you can't tell, I think that's super important. Like, I think that's a huge piece to being successful in this business, is starting new conversations every day, connecting with people, adding new friends to your contact list, and keeping up with it, because otherwise you're going to lose track. You're going to forget, and you're going to lose those opportunities to help people, to invite people to your challenge groups. So time management becomes an issue. If you haven't already, I would say that probably half of us have stopped doing our personal development. I'm not like accusing, but I'm saying I've been guilty of it as well. Personal development is actually a little bit easier for me when I am home. I find that when I'm at work, it's harder for me to get it done. But time management, make sure that even if you're just doing the very basics, even if you're just adding one friend a day, even if you're just starting one conversation a day during the holiday season, make sure you're doing the 4 vital behaviors, because if you stop, it's so hard to get going again. It's so hard to create that momentum and build it back up. So even if you just have 30 minutes a day to commit to the business while you're in the holiday season, please do it. Please stick with it. Make it a priority, okay? The next thing, has participation gone down in anyone's challenge groups? Yeah. In mine, it has for sure. Challengers are going to check out. Challengers are, after the Thanksgiving holiday, mine has stayed pretty steady, but there's still a bunch of people in my challenge group who are not participating. And so, a lot of times there's going to be nothing that you can do about that. There's going to be, you can, offer giveaways, you can do fun challenges, which I think that we should be doing. But, keep posting anyways. Don't stop checking into your challenge groups. If you have a challenge group that started Monday and next week everybody just checks out, you as a coach, you keep posting. You post every day, you check in every night, you check in on your challengers once a week. Don't check out on them. Even though they're checked out, they look to you for that leadership and for that example, okay? And they'll come back around. When the holidays are over, they'll want to get back on track, and they will come to you for that help. I skipped one. Participation goes down on your posts. Maybe you're posting workout selfies. Maybe you posted it all through Thanksgiving week, which is awesome, and you got like 2 likes, on it a day. Participation goes down on your posts. That's just natural. People check out of Facebook. They're with their families. They're not on there, or they're just kind of getting on there quick and they're not doing a lot. Post anyway. Don't just stop and say, nobody's paying attention to what I'm saying or what I'm posting, because they are. And you're the girl who may be annoying during Thanksgiving week, but you're the girl that they're going to come to when they decide it's time. Okay. And so don't stop posting. Keep that 3 to 5 times a day during the holidays. Okay. Price objections. I know you're getting price objections. I got one today. It was a challenger or somebody who wants to be a challenger, wants to do a challenge group, but she's like, I just keep thinking this is not the time to spend the money. Okay. And I have done that. It would make a great Christmas gift if you want to ask somebody to buy it for you. But she's going to do it. I know she's going to do it, but she's just not going to do it right now. So, price objections are things to expect. And so I wanted to kind of just give you guys some tips on your posting, on your inviting, and on your connecting. But before I do, I want to ask you guys, does anybody want to share like some of their biggest objections that people are getting right now? Or did I not cover any?
One of the ones that I just got today was, I just don't know if I'm going to have the time. I'm traveling a lot in December, and it was perfect for me because what I said was, well, I completely understand that. And that's why I'm focusing this month's challenge group on staying on track during the busiest season, because I'm going to be traveling the entire month and I want to show my challengers how it can be done and give my tips. So, and then I gave her like a tip. And so that's one of the objections that I'm hearing. And I'm hoping that because of my focus, that maybe they'll be like, well, I guess I can't use that as an excuse, but then,
Yeah. And that's good. That's really good. Like the way you handled that. I think that with any objection that you get, that it's so important to relate to it. It's that feel, felt, found method. I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was, that's the feel, felt, found. And so it's so important to do that with people, especially when you get objections. The number two, really probably the number two. First really important thing with an objection is to relate to it, because it is relatable. It's going to be busy. We've all got parties. We've all got, we've got kids stuff. We've got programs where people are traveling. And so, relate to it. Help them understand that you understand. Number two, address that objection in a post. So when you get up in the morning and you work out, you can say, you know what, I'm getting ready to go out of town. I've committed to making this lifestyle, something that I stick with. I'm going to be traveling the world, but I'm still going to be getting my workouts in. I'm going to pack my packets of Shakeology. I'm going to make good, healthy choices, but enjoy myself as much as possible on this trip because I know this is important to me. And even though it's a busy time of the year, we're going in all different directions. My health is more important to me than enjoying all that food that's available. Address that objection. If it's money, you can do the same thing with money. Talk about how, Matt and I had to give up some things in the beginning for us to be able to afford Shakeology or to buy that first workout program. But I quickly found that once we started eating healthy, we started cutting out fast food, that we started cutting out all the junk, that, we were actually saving money and I was getting healthier at the same time. Address objections that you get. Whatever they are, don't be afraid to talk about it in a post because that will help somebody. It's not calling somebody out, it's educating someone. So definitely take those objections and make them into a post. You can do it, like I said, in your workout selfie. You can do it individual post. It doesn't matter. But definitely take that and talk about it, because if you don't and you just say, okay, that's fine, well, maybe another time, then you've not really educated someone on how you make this work for you. So here are some of my biggest tips for posting and just kind of doing your 4 vital behaviors. Share your story authentically. My story is completely different than Alicia's, for example. We have a completely different story, how we got started, how much weight we lost, what motivated us to do this. And so her story is going to be different than my story. And it's supposed to be. Share your story authentically. Share the good and the bad. Share your successes, but also share your struggles. Like I talked about how I ate so much birthday cake last week that I had to throw it out. And I mean, it was ridiculous how much birthday cake. It controls me. Like it's my kryptonite. And so, like I told people about that. It was very much a struggle. And because I had so much sugar, like it made me very cranky. Like it made me kind of hard to live with. And I know that. Like that's why I stick with this. That's why I don't cheat a whole lot. I don't cheat every week with sugar. I might do it once a month or not even that often. Like I know what my struggle is and I know what it does to me physically and I share about that. Do your workouts. Do you workouts. Don't skip your workouts. And if you're doing them and not posting about it, then it's just like you're not doing them, honestly. So, if you're working out, I don't care if you work out in a dark room. Take a picture of yourself in the bathroom with the light on before you go work out. But make sure that people know that you are making your health a priority. And because that's what, if you invite someone to a challenge group to do a workout with you and they go to your page and they don't see anything about it, then they're probably not going to be real excited about doing this with you. So do your workouts. I don't care. Like seriously, like commit. I know you guys are traveling and some days will be hard, but you guys can work out from almost anywhere. And so just make it a priority to do that and to share about it. Track your business. Like if you haven't been tracking your business, I found that, like when I was doing that BAT, and I didn't do it perfectly, but whenever I kept up with it consistently, I could see where I struggled and why I struggled. Some days I wasn't posting about my workouts, or I wasn't posting a recipe, or I wasn't doing my personal development, or I wasn't inviting. I would go like 3 or 4 days without inviting. And then I'd be like, why did anybody want to join my challenge group? And so track your business, even during this busy season. Even if you cut back and you're only doing like 30 minutes a day, track it. Keep up with what you're doing so that every month, at the end of the month, you can evaluate and see, how could I get better? What could I do? What could I be stronger at? Could I invite more people? Could I make my personal development more of a priority? But track your business. And I know some people don't love the BAT, but keep up with it somehow. Keep an Excel spreadsheet or just write it down in your calendar. Like write down with your pen. That's going to help you a lot. And guys, honestly, like I feel like as Team Take Heart, it's not just about the workout. It's not just about, the recipes and the challenge groups and Shakeology. Like I really want us as a team. I believe that we are here to help people, to be a light. And so, share motivational stuff. Share, if you read a devotion, that morning that really spoke to you, don't be afraid to post about that before you post your workout selfie. Be a light, be a hope, be encouragement to people. It can be in your workout post or, separately, but like offer something that's going to encourage someone in some way. And it doesn't just have to be in a workout post. But when it comes to inviting, so I know that inviting's hard. I told a coach on our team last week that I have never been more uncomfortable in all my life than in the last 2 years that I've been a coach. Like I have never been so uncomfortable on a daily basis as I am as a coach. And it's scary and it's uncomfortable and, it's intimidating, but I believe in it. Like I believe in what we're doing. I believe in investing in people. And I don't love inviting either. Like it's not my favorite thing to do. I have all the same fears that you guys have. I fear being salesy. I fear, I don't really fear people telling me no anymore. I kind of got over that. But I do. I don't want people to think that I'm just in it to make a sale or, just to profit from it. And so like, because of that, like I've been very intentional about really like, no matter what the conversation is I'm having with someone, like I felt, especially in the past year, very convicted to be genuine. If I'm going to connect with someone over, their kids' pictures, or like today. So today I saw a cute picture of a little girl who was out in a potato field. She was picking a sweet potato. And I wanted to connect with her mom because she looks like somebody that I would be friends with and who might benefit from a challenge group. And so I sent her a message and I genuinely said, you know, your little girl is so cute. We grew up on a farm, and I can remember pulling sweet potatoes out of the ground and how exciting that was for me as a kid. And I said, seeing her picture just reminded me of that. I mean, it wasn't anything like profound, or I didn't go say, hey, do you want to join a challenge group that I've got starting today? You know, I connected with her over something that I genuinely felt and thought when I saw her child's picture. So it doesn't have to be salesy when you connect with people. You know, it shouldn't be really, but dig into the conversations that you're having with people. And no matter what happens, no matter the outcome of the conversation, walk away from it knowing that you invested in that person somehow. It may just be that you said, hey, I like your dress. I hope you're having a good day. You know, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, know that you went into that conversation with a genuine heart, with a heart to help people. And you don't have to worry about how you sound or what people think of you. So long as you have the right motivation. And we use this scripture verse at our retreat. It's 1 Corinthians 16:14. It says, do everything in love. And I try to remember that, quite honestly, as corny as it sounds, like whenever I start conversations with people. And especially when I end conversations with people, you know, like today, that person I told you who really wants to do a challenge group, but she can't commit to it. You know, if their answer is no, offer them something. I told her, I was like, I understand, you know, when you're ready, I'm here, but I have a free group that I post in from time to time. We're going to be talking about surviving the holidays. I post there a couple times a week. Do you want me to add you there? Or, you know, I've told you guys before, if somebody says no, they can't do it, I say, okay, that's fine. I understand. You know, the challenge group is for people who have Shakeology and a workout, but I would love to share some of my meal plans, or here's a link to the recipes on my blog. And, you know, don't walk away and just say, they say no, and you just walk away, because, you know, you just offer something, give them something, so that they know that you really do care and you really want to help. I think that helps overcome that fear of sounding salesy, and that fear of rejection, because people think you're just trying to make something, make money or profit off of them. But if you go into it with a pure heart and you offer them something, even when they say no, there's no way somebody could think of that about you. You know, so that's kind of, if that's what worries you, if that's what makes you like get that sinking feeling in your stomach when you sit down to invite people, you know, change your mindset. Say, I'm going to help this person in some way, no matter what their answer is, about joining my challenge group. Okay. And so make sure that they walk away with something of value, even if it's just words of encouragement from you as a coach. And, you know, they're going to trust you. They may say no to your challenge group right now, but they're going to keep following you. They're going to keep watching you. They're going to keep, every month when you post about your challenge group, they're going to notice it. And, you know, I had somebody who is ordering this week, who has been watching me for a year and messaging me, and then she wouldn't get back to me, and she'd message me and then she would never get back to me. And so, you know, like, she's about to order a challenge pack, you know, and it's because along the way I would just check in and I would say, hey girl, how you doing with your, you know, trying to make healthy changes? I hope, you know, I just prayed for you today. I did ask her over and over to join a challenge group, but she continued to watch me and she continued to trust me. So, you know, like, Alicia, I think that you were the one that said that you felt like you trusted me, you know, but you didn't at first, you know, so it's just, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope that, you know, when people say no, that you just can't do this. It may take some time for that person to trust you and to you know, believe in what you're inviting them to. But at the same time, like, this is key, guys. You have to believe what you're sharing with people. You know, like, I think Angela said it in that comments today. You know, she said, I feel like I've got the cure for cancer. If that's true, then don't be afraid to share it with people. Like, be afraid not to share it with people. I mean, look at Robbie. What if Tracy hadn't invited him to a challenge group? You know, I mean, I just can't imagine, like, what if you don't invite somebody? Yeah, they may say no. They may reject the challenge group, but they're not rejecting you. They're just rejecting the opportunity to get healthy. So I want you guys to really think about, like, when you're sitting down to invite, do you believe in what you're asking people to do? And if you do, that will come through in every conversation, in every invite, in every post, and people will trust you. And I mean, like, newsflash, we are selling something. We are selling something. We're selling workout programs and we're selling Shakeology, but it's way more than that. Like, I know we get tired of getting those private messages about it works and about what some other ones, Rodan and Fields and all that stuff. But, that really is, I'm not knocking those people, but that really is just a sale. Once you buy something from them, what do you get from those people after that? Nothing really. But when people join a challenge group, they get us. They get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days of encouragement, of accountability, of, like a cheerleader, basically. So we are selling something, Shakeology and workout programs, but it's so much more than that. Like, if somebody joins a challenge group and actually does it, they're going to get healthier. They're going to hopefully live longer. They're going to feel better, and they're going to love themselves a little bit more, So, remember that. Like, that's why I asked you that, Alicia, like, how do you feel about yourself now? And it's different. I see it. I can see it when you post and when you talk about it. So think about that. How has your life changed for the better because of these challenge groups? And so just put that first when you sit down to invite people. This is a good tip from a national wake-up call. When you sit down to invite people to something or to craft a post, kind of pretend like there's a demand. I've had so many people ask me about clean holiday recipes. I'm putting together a list. If you want me to email it to you when I'm done, post your email below or send me a message. That is something that you can do to help people. Like, you can actually put together a list of clean holiday recipes. You can send it out to whoever leaves their email address, and you've just made about like 10 new connections, right? But, just that creating that sense of demand. You've had people ask about it lately. People stop and read stuff like that. I don't know why, but they do. So that was just an idea that I had. You guys could put together a post like that. Or if you private message somebody, hey girl, I've had so many people ask me about my next challenge group, and as I'm thinking of people who would love this like I do, your name came to mind. That's just create that kind of sense of urgency, that sense of demand, and just share about something that you love, and share it like it's something that's going to change somebody's life, because we know it will, right? So those were just a couple of examples of how to kind of create that sense of urgency when you're talking about your challenge groups or connecting with people or inviting people. And so this is one of the ones, somebody said they were so anxious about, rejection or people telling us no. And again, this was from a national wake-up call, I think, too. But somebody said anxiety is based on us focusing too much on ourselves. And when we shift our focus, when we kind of take us out of the equation, focus on investing in the other person. And no, guys, people will reject our offer to help them. Everybody you invite is not going to say yes. So if you go into it with that knowledge, then it's not going to feel as awkward and as bad when you know that people are going to say no. You can count on it. You can expect it. And like I said before, it's not about you. It's not because you invited them. They're not rejecting you because you reached out to help them and asked them if they wanted to get healthier. No, they're just not ready, or they don't want to do it, or there's just so many other reasons that people say no. It's not about you. So don't make it about you. Just focus on investing in the other person and genuinely being there to help them. This was my last suggestion, and I think that I have shared this a lot with you guys. But when you post your workout selfie, or when you share something that's kind of hard to share, or you post a transformation picture, or you talk about just anything, people are liking your post. People are liking your post and they're commenting on your post, right? Send a thank you message. Just say, hey girl, thank you so much for liking my post. That was kind of hard for me to put out there, and your support means the world to me. Simple as that. And people, it feels good to be appreciated, right? That's a really good way to connect with people, especially during this holiday season. When you're not getting a lot of traction. For every person that likes your post, send them a thank you message. Say, thanks for following me. I hope you find some inspiration here. And that's a good way to start genuine conversations and to build that trust and to lead up to a challenge group invite. So those are my suggestions. Those are things that I put together for you guys. I know that Timmy was going to share and address this as well. But before she does anybody have any questions or ideas that you want to share? Maybe something's working really well for you this holiday season, and you found a way to really connect with people. Does anybody want to share something or ask a question? No? Okay. Anybody? All right. Timmy, I'm going to let you, because I know you had some thoughts too that you wanted to share with everybody.
Sure. Can everyone hear me?
I think so.
Okay. So one of the things we were just kind of talking about is that, and it's really hard when you're in the group and you're putting all you can into your group and you're not hearing things back from people, like when your activity goes down. And I know my activity went down a little bit on Thanksgiving on my group. So we were kind of chit-chatting about that, like some of the coaches get kind of bummed out and feel like nobody's listening. I happened to just spend the afternoon and I messaged each and every one of my current challengers and just checked with them. How was their Thanksgiving? Did they how was it? Because I had some messages of people coming back and saying, hey, I kind of overindulged. On Monday, I'm starting fresh. I can't wait to get going in the group. So, and I just said that to them. And I said, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Did you stay in town? Did you stay out of town? So that personal message of just touching base with them other than just outside the group. And I also let them know that, hey, if you need me, I'm going to be in the group. That's where you're going to find me. And that I really encourage everyone to post their pictures, to stay on track. And so that personal message, I've been getting more and more back. And I just said at the very end, are you in? And so I've been getting more and more messages back, and I still have more to answer back. But I have gotten a lot more people saying, yes, I need this. I'm in, and I want to stay accountable. And then also, so just private message them each individually. And then also, I'm sure, like going live in a group is so much different than just, putting in your post. You can type in all caps and you can be all excited as you can, but them actually seeing you and giving some tips and going live in the group, definitely it has always been one of those things that kind of ups my involvement in my groups. So one of the things that I also was taking notes when Rachel was talking, but I'm looking if I can see how. Some of the things, like people get upset when people say no. That's kind of a good thing. Not a good thing, but I use that opportunity to know that because they said no, they don't, like you said, that trust level may not actually be there yet. And maybe they don't really understand it. So definitely anybody that tells me no, or they're saying they do this, so they started doing something else, I definitely always go back to them. They go on a different list for me. And I go back and I ask them in particular what they are doing. Like I had some girl that is doing HCG shots. And so I have gone back to her and checked to see how is she doing with that? How is she feeling with that? Because it's such a big, change from like eating a healthy lifestyle. And then just other people that said that they have gone to the gym and they're trying that. But I've definitely tried to stay up in contact with them and ask them how they're doing and not really talk about a challenge group, but staying connected. And so through doing that, through the no's, they have turned back around. Instead of just crossing them off my list and not messaging, them all the time, like a new group starting, but just checking in to see how their journey is going. And from that, someone had said, what I'm doing hasn't actually worked. Let me just go ahead and try something which you're doing too, because I see you're having progress. And with that, talking about having progress, I think it's so important, and I'm like guilty of it myself, of not actually showing my progress pictures because I like cringe with that. I cringe having to actually share my own personal progress pictures of how I'm doing. I absolutely love seeing everybody else's, but when it's my own, I cringe away from it. And I think I've got so much more engagement as I've been every week just taking a picture and talking more about my individual journey with Core to Force. And I feel like I'm, just putting it out there and showing it. And so us showing that we're having a transformation lets people know that it's working. So I guess, we can stick to it and do it, but they want to see that we're having results too. So us sticking to a program and following it, I think is a great way to show that it is working. And I think most of y'all probably already do have your transformation and stuff like that, but continue to share it, because as you're adding those new people to your page, you think it gets kind of repetitive, but you are adding 3 new people every day to your page that hasn't seen that transformation because you shared it, 2-3 months ago. So even though you may think people don't want to see that again, if you're continuing with a new program and you're not showing the same picture, you're continuing that you're sticking with it and still having progress, it's not going to be redundant. It's not going to be old because those people have not seen it. Just like we said, if you're adding those 3 people a day, 30 days, that's what, 60 and 90? What am I at? But you know what I mean? It's you're adding those people so they haven't seen it yet. So I definitely want to encourage that. And then along the lines of your consistency, I was talking about, and I'm going to be honest here, like Rachel even talked about, like she kind of slacked off a little bit on tracking. I did the same thing, and I shared with Rachel. I thought my number was at 8 this month for my Success Club. I had different people tell me they did it. We had family coming in town, and I was honest with her. I had someone tell me that they ordered, they were good, and I didn't go back and check to make sure that everything was okay. And another person that I thought definitely was, we had the conversation, we got the email right, we did everything, and I thought it was done, and she kind of ghosted out on me, and I really thought I was at 8. I woke up one morning to a tag on my photo, or on a photo from our coach saying I was almost there. And I thought, what? And so my whole point of this was that now because I kind of slacked off the week of Thanksgiving where I thought I was, I really wasn't. So as a person that did it, and I kind of had to, kind of pick things up again. And once you lose that mojo of just kind of getting to it and doing your daily habits, it kind of gets hard. Now, luckily, I just contacted a few people that have been talking about it and was able to get my points. But that proof right there was a scare for me with only 2 days left. And I just I knew it was good. Somehow the link that happened where somebody ordered, they didn't order the right way. They backed out and did something different. So definitely always go back and check in, and definitely confirm with things and be consistent about checking and tracking and staying consistent, because that would be like a big scare. I mean, I've been consistent about, I don't know for how many months, being consistent about hitting it, and all because I kind of slacked off just for Thanksgiving thinking, oh, I had it. And my group wasn't starting until Monday, and so I was good. So that definitely nothing like to scare you straight, right? To realize that you're like, oh man, I thought I had it. But so I just want to encourage that. The other thing I was saying to Rachel today was, the sense of feeling like you're selling something, or you're scared about selling something, or they're going to feel that come across. Me feeling that way at the end of this month gives me that sense of, oh my gosh, I want to get my points. So it comes across maybe that way because I'm, typing furiously, trying to contact as many people. However, if I was more consistent about checking and tracking and doing it in the beginning of the month, and I was showing that love and just connecting with people and sharing what I was, just connecting and checking how people are and let the conversations flow, it's definitely from love and not I'm at the end of the month and I really want to hit that Success Club goal. So it's definitely, if you think about it, you're more enjoying it. If you've already, conversing and you're truly doing it in love and it does happen, you're just kind of rolling with it. And so that's not out there. It's that end of the month where you realize that you did want to make that a goal of yours and you didn't do it. And so you're kind of, trying to play catch up. So definitely staying active in the beginning of the month and following your vital behaviors is one of the keys, so that you're doing it, like Rachel says, out of love, because we do want to share what has worked for us and what has helped for us. And keeping that up front and foremost is what's important, and sticking with it and tracking. So those are just some of my tips.
All right. Do you guys, does anybody want to talk? Does anybody have questions or comment about anything on that? Anybody? I will say, I do think Success Club is important. Obviously, if you became a coach to build a business, that's just the way we measure our monthly success, right? Helping 3 new people a month. That means you're building a solid foundation. That means you're growing your business. That means you're converting people, hopefully, into coaches, discount coaches, and you're growing. But I do want to say, if you don't hit Success Club this month, that does not mean that you're not cut out to be a coach. That does not mean that, people hate you because they wouldn't sign up. Maybe it means you need to evaluate your month. Maybe you need to look back. Did I slack off early in the month thinking and inviting, thinking that I'll make up those points later in the month? Did I invite consistently at all? Was I doing my personal development? What motivated me this month or didn't motivate me this month? Because I'll tell you, one of the best coaches on our team has not hit Success Club every month that she has been a coach, but she is an awesome coach. She is an amazing coach, and she cares and she loves and she pours into people and into her challenge groups and into her coaches when they sign up. And just because she hadn't hit Success Club a couple months doesn't mean she wasn't cut out for coaching, and she hasn't let that stop her. And I'm very proud of that coach. So, if you don't hit it this month or next month, just look back, reevaluate, look at, did you track? Did you keep up with it? Did you do the 4 vital behaviors on a consistent basis? And if not, like Timmy said, use those no's, or, not hitting that goal to propel you forward. And guys, just keep positive, keep trucking, keep doing your 4 vitals. December, what you do now in November and December is gonna pay off in January. And if you don't show up, if you just check out, then it's gonna be really hard to get that momentum back. So work hard now, even if it's completely silent. I'll tell you, I've been messaging and inviting, and I've gotten so much radio silence this month, and it's just part of it. But you keep going anyways. Just work hard. Set your goal for early in December, like I said, so you can enjoy your family. These calls and these trainings are important, but guys, that motivation has to come from within you, for you to stick with this, for you to be successful at this. So tonight, if you haven't hit Success Club and you want to, don't waste time creating really beautiful ads. Get to inviting, get off this call and go send out 10 or 15 invitations or connections, start conversations with people, and just think about helping maybe, just that one person. Maybe it's a mom who can't play with their kids on the playground. Maybe it's a young woman who wants to get in shape for her wedding day, or maybe it's your mom or your dad or somebody who's been super skeptical of what you're doing, and maybe they just they're ready to join now. Don't be afraid to ask again, but don't underestimate your reach. Don't underestimate your impact that you can have on people's lives, because we use that hashtag call to coaching, but I truly believe that we are called to coaching, to help people, to serve people. And so, just play it like it's your last. Keep working, keep trucking, keep your head up, and your hard work will pay off. I promise you. So that's all that we have tonight. And we'll be back here next month on Monday. And let me know too, guys, about Christmas, if you guys can come to our Christmas party. And if not, that's okay. Don't feel like you're obligated to, but it'll be fun if we can all hang out. But I love you guys. Keep trucking. See you again soon, okay? Good night.